and he'd been collecting over the years.
Yeah.
So, and with that, probably there'd be a package with it if it was sold. There'd be a spare prop with it, And of course, then with the other projects, the parts, then the rest of the props go with it. So you're getting wheels. I think he's got another set of wheels with it, which are rare, and brakes. We got some brakes already ourselves in storage.
Oh, I heard there's a set of Bearcat brakes at JTEX.
Oh, is there? There might be, yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you knew that.
He's got some stuff.
I overheard it in a conversation with some other guys.
Yeah.
Friday night or Saturday night we had dinner with. We showed up at Scott Weber's place, and we were had Joe up in Arkansas for his meetings, and we were coming back down. We stopped at 7 o'clock. Stopped at Mount Pleasant, Scott's place, to see if he was there.
Yeah.
Hangar doors open. Steve O'Hint was there.
Yeah.
John Zala Jr. was there. They were all working on. So we all went out for dinner, and that came up in conversation. So I don't know if you're looking for,
Well, we've got.
Sounds like you got
4 or 5 sets in our stock, and then there's sets with the project.
I just
good.
Yeah.
I'll let them sit on shelf. Somebody else can buy them.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Howard had a bunch apparently in stock that we bought.
Okay.
With all that stuff, and they're nice, so they're brand new in the box. That's what's nice about it. So the wheels are
those brakes unique, and wheels and brake unique to the Bearcat.
Yeah. I don't know I haven't looked at the crossover in the book to see if that brake goes anything else, but it's the only one I've seen it on that we deal with.
And what makes the wheels? The wheels are just unique.
Just the style.
Size, because they're smaller than most World War II.
Mm-hmm. It's smaller than they had on a lot of the other airplanes in that area, and real skinny tire and wheel assembly, light and fast.
Yeah,
everything was small and light.
Was there anything else I should know?
No, I can't think of anything unique on it. It's a new Bearcat.
Basically a new Bearcat. I mean, obviously all new hydraulic lines, all new electrical, all new. I mean,
So. And we put avionics just got trig radios in it, but we put a USB in it so you can power your GPS and your phone.
Yeah.
We didn't put a cup holder in it.
Yeah. Does it have? Did you guys put the original radios in it as well, or it's?
Yeah, all of that stuff's in the back,
okay.
In the whole hole, and there's one dynamotor for the an inverter for the gyro. We had a hard time finding. We finally found one, and we had to get it worked on to get it going. And so that's all in there. So yeah, fortunately we did find everything for the radios, and that's all in the back.
Okay.
That's all behind the pilot, And they had in that. It's kind of weird because they had one whole station, 2 stations. It was gray interior, then the rest is gray in the tail. Yeah. And all I figured they wanted it gray for lighting, but
so that was a stock deal, huh? They were gray in the back.
You could see it in a lot of the wreckage we had. You could tell it was gray. And you look in the drawings, the blueprints, and they did the same in the Hellcat. They painted it gray up through 2 bulkheads or roof stations, and then it went to green. So the Hellcat's the same way. That's where they mounted all the radios in the back.
Yeah.
Kind of brighten it up, I figure. In there.
That makes
Somebody
sense.
goes in with a light.
And the armaments in it, are they just barrels? Or
We put fuel tanks in the right wing.
Okay.
In the left wing, we got 250s.
Okay.
Which is what was, and the Dash 1s had 250s, and they went to cannons in the
right.
left. Yeah.
How big of a tank fits in those gun bays?
I'm not sure the quantity. I think it was like 20 gallons, but we're going to fill it and confirm it. We put bladders in it. For it.
Yeah.
But we've got because it goes into the ammo bay and then in the gun bay.
Okay.
So we have to confirm. That was something that we had done with Howard's, and they decided.
It's a pretty short-legged airplane, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't have a lot of.
Yeah, the drop tank's really what you want on it.
Oh, you put drops on this one then, or?
You can put a center drop on this one. We actually have the stations on the outboard, which you could. This one you could put it, but on the. You read the service bulletin when I'm putting that you'll see in the drop box. It didn't recommend anymore. Drop tanks on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They limited it to 3 Gs, 2 Gs turbulence, moderate turbulence is what they limit it to without this changeover or service bulletin.
Well, I'm interested in reading that. We'll figure out how we walk through that one.
Yeah, and mention when you talk to Dusty, just say, hey, I talked to Chad. He mentioned the sensitivity of how we approach this far. I have to talk to Warren about that too.
Yeah.
But I really would like to hear everything you have to say, but I promise you nothing will be printed without Warren and your approval. But I would really like to learn about this.
Yes.
Well, I think he can give you the engineering aspect.
It's a story that needs to be told. It needs to be told delicately I won't tell it unless I'm not.
You have to see how Warren wants to approach that, because you just talked to him about it. It's a valid point. So, well, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, you want to sell the airplane for exponentially more than what anybody else has sold one before. How do you just
You just want to say, well, we put a stainless steel spar in it. It's like, oh, I guess that's what they got in them. Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, why did you change it? Well, it could be a personal conversation with the buyer. Then they get it. It might be, I guess, their plan.
I don't know. Maybe.
See, I've been real touchy because I haven't pushed it with the FAA. And all of our write-ups with the DR on that, we're not bringing that up. We discussed it, and of course, Dusty's been this focus for years. I said, I'm not telling the DR because I don't want him scared to death of an airframe.
Right.
Before we even get started on it. Just tell him we did a material replacement due to fatigue quality 7075 to the improvement.
And that's probably the way to say it. And just say, we'll see.
Yeah. There's a way to word it that's gentle, that the people in the know will know. Yeah. And say, well, I guess that's good they didn't say what they could have said,
Well, you think guys like Rod and
see, Friedkin's got Bearcat.
Friedkin was
2 or 3, and then Rod's got 3 or
3 or 4, doesn't he?
I think Reber's 4, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's got So there's some good work for you.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we wasted, but so I actually started trying to figure, well, what would it cost? How much would it cost to bring in a Bearcat and totally respar it? Well, I know it's going to be almost $150 now to do the spar.
Right.
Just to get the blanks in there. And we, if we see a huge demand, we might just get extrusion run and eliminate the weld.
Right.
But then the machine shop's got to be machining a 20-foot long piece of material. It just changes the whole dynamic of the machining process going full length, which he ain't gonna like it. He likes the welding because he doesn't have to have a huge machine to do it. And then the material is such a pain in the butt to mill. One drill bit, you'd burn through one drill bit after 4 holes because the 13/8 is just so hard.
Yeah.
So, figuring out how to do the airframe, okay, if we had an airplane flew in and they don't want to do anything but change the spar out, how much could we get in and out? So I was trying to figure it's still going to be almost what an 80s model restoration would be. They're still looking at, 500,000 maybe.
The reality is most of those they're older restorations anyways, they need to be looked at anyways.
It wouldn't hurt to go into one.
You look at
and I'd love to get into some and see.
Like Kalamazoo's Bearcat that is down in Arizona. Man, that thing hasn't been touched in forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
Yeah, and I've kind of figured the Friedkins might say, let's just get one done. I want one done. But I haven't pushed. What I did is I emailed the service bulletin to the chiefs, their maintenance officers, over all their maintenance. I'm just telling you about this. You just need to understand what's going on. I just limit it. I put this publication in the pilot's handbook, because with the service bulletin comes a publication goes in the pilot's handbook, and some pilot's handbooks have this in there.
Oh, okay.
And it limits them to turbulence and all this other. So some people might have already read it. Of course, how many people look at it?
Yeah, but something needs to get out there though, because the guys that are flying need to know it too.
Exactly, and so that's why I sent it. I sent the whole service bulletin and everything just so they'd see it.
Interesting.
And Dusty talked to Corky Meyer. So Corky Meyer, there's a letter you're going to see in this folder, and it's a letter from Corky Meyer. Corky Meyer was the test pilot at Grumman, who later was the CEO of Grumman.
Right. He restored my TVM.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So Corky wrote a letter, and it was to Bill Andrews, I think, who owned his Bearcat. Who had a Bearcat, that's what I'm trying to say. And he apparently came up to him and told him about the issues with the Bearcat. And Andrews got upset. Well, he wrote this letter basically of a kind gesture apology, but informing him of the issues with the Bearcat. And he put the service bulletin with it and noted it. And it's a Navy service bulletin, I don't think really from Grumman. So, and I think Dusty talked to him and then some other Navy guys and got their input from it. And he got this whole